I'm Georgia. I've just completing my flight instructing here at GoFly, and I've got the flight test coming up in Gympie, and I'm really excited about it. I've heard a lot of great things about Paul out at Gympie who's going to do it, so yeah, I'm really excited. I was initially nervous about the ground brief, pre-flight brief, because I thought there's a lot of terminology and phrases that you have to use, and I didn't want to dig myself a hole that I couldn't get out of with a very experienced testing officer that could ask as many questions as he liked. So I was probably a bit nervous about that.
So George is ready to do her flight test. She's just completed her flight instructor training. Nathan's done pretty much 2/3 of the flight training with her.
Yep.
Done a third. How do you think she's gone so far?
I think for an instructor candidate, she's always made sure she's been well prepared for the lesson that she's gonna look at in the course itself. Yeah, she's very diligent with that. She's managed it quite well. She's always asked the right questions, and she's always made sure that she's ready for whatever's coming next. Overall, she's excelled quite well as an instructor candidate. And I think going forward to a flight test, she should be totally fine.
I am a little worried about the aerodrome that I have flown into once, so unfamiliarity there. The airspace, what the local procedures are, but I'll read up on that before we get there, and hopefully that dissipates.
So we're flying to Gympie today, and Paul's going to be our independent testing officer. So how are you feeling, Georgia?
Pretty excited.
Yep. Good.
Little nervous.
Bit of nerves is good.
Yeah.
If you're not nervous, I get nervous.
But yeah, I'm excited for Gympie. Unfamiliar aerodrome.
Yep.
So.
Yes, obviously it's going to be a bit different for you. You're used to flying out of Caloundra for your course. So there's a few differences, which we'll look at before you do your test today.
Keeping straight with that center line. Nice, keeping our hand there. Airspeed's alive, center line tracking, nice. 60 knots, slowly rotate, keep bringing it up. 70 knot attitude. A little bit too far, a little bit of forward pressure there. That's okay. There we go, there's a safe looking attitude. Alrighty, so cutting back here. Just getting a little fast there. Attitude controls airspeed. Okay, at this point, we can't restart the engine. We can make a mayday call. Flip it over to 129.0. Someone's definitely listening. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Sling 7788, sling 7788, sling 7788. We've had a complete engine failure. We are 3 miles to the south of Gympie. 1,700, 2 POB. No dangerous goods. We'll contact you on the ground if possible.
500 for departure towards.
Alright, so I'm going to count you down. At 10 feet, pull that power back.
Okay.
A little bit of right aileron. 30, 20, 10, power back. Flaring, holding off that sink. Hold it off, hold it off. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Master instructor.
Yay!
Thank you. Short final. Runway 14, traffic Gympie.
Yeah, really good performance, Georgia. Yeah, you fly well, got a great relaxed attitude, and a good, good safe approach to everything.
Thank you.
Well on top of it all. Good job.
I'd like to hear some tips when we get back in, though.
Yeah, well, look, you know, you're in a great environment there, and it's a good little school. It's great. Damien and the guys are really good, so fantastic environment.
So I just passed the flight test, so I'm very excited about that. Such a huge relief after all these weeks of training. It was a lot easier, not easier, but a lot less stressful than I thought.
So I've just got back from Gympie, and Georgia just completed her flight test with Paul McCowan, and thank goodness she passed first go. So yeah, interesting day. I think I was actually more nervous than Georgia. I think when you get although I can do instructor flight tests, on this occasion we had to get an independent flight test so we can eventually get Nathan, can get his flight test approval. It's quite nerve-wracking because you feel like you're being tested as an instructor, because if her quality's not great, it's going to show up on that flight test day.
So I've just had the interview with GoFly today, and I'm really hoping that I get to instruct here and get to share my passion with new students, especially girls. I've already had one of the students here talk to me about whether I was becoming an instructor and whether we could eventually do NAVs together, so I'm really excited about that.